Hi, it's Saturday at 12:30. Myself and Isa are going to go for a little walk up to the Curragh. It's a nice sunny day, a little bit cool, a little bit windy, but it's dry, which is always a good thing. So just show you the dogs. This is Ice. So after having his bath, so he smells nice even though he's after rolling something in his head. And these are the other dogs that we have. So let's head off for our walk. Sorry about the wind, it's a little bit windy here, but the reason I'm here today is because I wanted to use my new toy, which is a pair of binoculars that I got that you can take pictures and recordings on. So what I'm hoping to do in the next couple of weeks is lambing season is coming up, and I'd love to capture the lambs being born, because they're just probably the most cute little things you'll ever see. Here are the sheep at the moment. These are on the Curragh Plains. The farmer lets them out every morning around 6 o'clock and they graze on the land, and then he brings them back in again. So nice and safe here, but they're probably another 4 weeks for the first batch of lambs and then the next group, so I'm hoping to capture them. So I only just got my binoculars, so I'm going to give that a go today and see what the picture looks like. Okay, so I set up the binoculars on the tripod here. We're just overlooking a bit of the Curragh here, a couple of sheep here, so I'm going to try and see if I can get a good few pictures. Right here, and with the binoculars then you can take a picture or record what you're seeing here. Obviously you can zoom right in so you don't be disturbing the sheep, so you might get a better picture with them being more natural. Ice is here beside me. He's very good off the lead. He'll just run around in this area smelling everything, so he's enjoying himself. And yeah, so this is what we're going to do for the next 20 minutes or so. And it's a pretty simple concept. You just open up this little screen, and then here you have the on off button. Just turn it on, gives you a nice welcome, gives you a nice view. There's the cars there. Just glance around, have the sheep, and then if I'm happy then just find the picture I like. Sheep there, press the button, take the picture. If I like, change over to record, and you can record a picture that you have. Nice and easily done. Good picture, good zoom. Pretty happy, it'll keep me busy through COVID. Something different to do on these nice sunny days. So we're finished here. Where's Ice? He's here. So we're going to head back to the house now and get a nice, well deserved cup of tea. Someone's getting a bit grumpy. Okay, so just back here in the garden. Worst part of this walk is rubbish. This is a bag of rubbish that I was able to collect on my journey in the space of less than 500 metres. Bag of rubbish, and a majority of it can be recycled. Pet hate. Okay, so I'm just back from my walk now. and I might as well show you where I live, and it's here in our motorhome. It's a 98 Fiat Caro. We call her Lucy Lou. So we're living here on my mum's land. We intend to live here for about another year and a bit before we head off to Spain. So this is our home. Myself and my husband live here, and my daughter then lives in with my parents. She's studying in college at the moment, and she'll do that for another maybe year or two before she meets us. Look at that cheeky fella in there. Look at you, get down off that chair. Yeah, pup. Yeah, so this is where we live, where we have done for the last year, and it works for us, van life I suppose. So let's give you a look. Come in here, cheeky dog, we caught you. A little bit messy at the moment, so I'm going to have a cup of tea and then get to my chores that need to be done. Sound of the kettle whistling. It's now time for a well-deserved cup of tea. So that was an enjoyable cup of tea. Now I'm looking around the place and I'm kind of saying this place needs to be tidied up. If only I could click my fingers and it could be clean. That would be great. It worked. Nice and clean. Happy days, Brandy, happy days. Okay, so a few things about us. Like I said, we live in our motorhome full time. We have done since over a year ago, and before that we lived in a caravan, a large caravan out the back of my mum's place. We used to live in a house, we sold that. But the plan is that when I retire in March of 2022, myself and my husband are going to head off travelling France, Portugal, and then settling down in Spain. Eventually then we want to buy our house, but that's maybe 2 or 3 years down the line. So we're living here. The daughter lives next door to my mum and dad, and when she's finished college hopefully she'll head out and maybe come out and get a job over in Spain, but if not, that'll be her plans. So our day-to-day routine is here. I go to work, the husband is here. He likes to do the editing of some of our clips we've made. We've just started it, so I'm sure it'll be a bit rusty until we get to know what we're doing. I have a couple of plans this year. One thing is to try and learn some Spanish, so I'm using the app Duolingo to try and teach myself just the few phrases that we can get by when we move over to Spain. At the moment I'm also trying to do up the upholstery of this by myself. I'm no way qualified, but I bought the material and it's a project that I've set up that I want to try and do. And then over then on the dogs, go to do their one up, and then I leave a blanket, because here in Ireland everything is just so wet. It's so hard living in van life over here at times with the rain. I'll be looking forward to getting to Spain when it's nice and dry. You keep things a little bit cleaner. So I'll give you a run of the actual motorhome. So we have the swivel seats at the front, which is great. Co normally sits here, feet up. This is the dogs area. We have, like I said, I need to do the upholstery of this. I'm going to redo all this up over the next couple of weeks. But the dogs, Ice and Brandy, like to sleep here, so I'd like to keep the blanket on it just to keep it nice and clean. We sleep up here, nice and handy, nice and cosy up there. And this is our kitchen seated area. Once again, I started the upholstery here. I'm happy with the colours. I just need to get my finger out now and get the rest of it done. We'll put up a little notice board, kind of think maybe put a map of locations that we want to go. This is a bag of, believe it or not, Lego that my nephew Tristan had, and he made a little mistake in it, and I'm trying to rectify it. So I spent hours doing some Lego. So we put up these hooks. They're nice and handy, keeps everything up out of the way. Nice little oven area. The fridge down below. The bathroom is in here, and then we have our closet in here. And the way I've done it in here is, just turn on the light here, I put everything into these little bags and then wrote what's in them, so it's nice and handy. We just take out what we want, take the bag, has written on it, take what we want, put it back in, so it keeps it nice and clean for us, and it prevents it getting messy. I made this homemade shoe rack. It's not pretty, but it does the job. Let's see, it's truly madly deeply, myself and Coz was saying. Up here then we just have a couple of sports gear. This kind of gets a bit messy every so often, but there's only the two of us in it, so for the moment, and living in Ireland, you have shorts, but you also have winter clothes, and you've got light t-shirts, dark t-shirts. My little telescope is in there hidden away, and then here then it's like a pantry area, just keep our fruit and veg nice and cool, some water, and then I put like loads of storage bags, has Hoover, stuff for the dogs. And then down here at the back, if I turn the light on, I want to see it, that's our diesel heater that we got fitted in, which is absolutely a game changer. It's absolutely brilliant, keeps us nice and warm. This is the fan for it here. It's absolutely brilliant. There's less condensation with us here in the van, and we used to have the gas one going and the condensation was ridiculous. So we have the diesel heater, instant heat, half the price, nice and clean, no smell. There's a bit of a ticking noise we probably would hear, but we don't hear it really anymore. So yeah, this is where we live, and we make it work. Don't get me wrong, it's not the easiest thing to do, especially in Ireland because of the weather. If it was, you know, dry outside, that you can sit outside, eat outside, dry your clothes quicker, stuff like that, it's great. But look, we make it work. We only have another year or so here, and then we're hitting the road.